and welcome back to Bree Plus More. Oh my god, I missed you guys. I know it's only been a week, but I really missed you guys. So first of all, thank you guys for being here and watching and supporting, subscribing, and doing all that you do. I really appreciate all the love. Second of all, disclaimer, it's a Saturday night and I just came from celebrating a friend's birthday, which is why I got the girls out and I got all this going on. And I was like, yo, let me, since I got all that, let me go ahead and record a video for you guys to update you guys on what's been going on. So the first thing I want to discuss is my absence last week, because that really broke my heart, because I take pride on being able to drop a video every single Tuesday on Bree Plus More Tuesdays, because it was my way, it is my way of showing my commitment to this journey and to you all. And so when I wasn't able to do it last week, I was just like really sad. But what is that saying? Tell God your plan so he can laugh. I think that's how it goes. So I told him or whatever, and he was like, oh no girl, we are not doing that. We did something completely different that I had no control over. So I had to just roll with the punches. That's that thing that everybody called me a bird for doing, but I can't stop. Anyway, some of the things that had me kind of like not able to do a video last week was personal, but then a lot of it also had to do with the stress of this surgery, this weight loss surgery. Oh my god, I couldn't wait to talk to you guys about that and just like how overwhelmed I've been. So let's just get into it. So first of all, I want to congratulate myself because your girl lost 16 pounds. Yeah, so this picture was from my engagement party in September of this year. So it wasn't that long ago. And my photographer sends me over the pictures and I'm like, oh no, when was somebody was gonna tell me that I was looking like I was celebrating my baby shower? No, I mean, I'm a big girl, but it was just like my face was extra puffy and I was just like, wow. And it's crazy because in that moment, when I try to think back to that moment, I didn't feel any bigger than I feel now. Like I felt like myself. I didn't feel like I was breathing extra hard, or it's just crazy. Like, this is why it's very important to take these pictures. These side-by-side pictures is really how you're going to tell, because the scale sometimes be trying to play you like you ain't really putting in work. So it's really the pictures that's going to be like, bitch, yes, you are. So it feels good to know that I'm in the right direction, because I'm nowhere near where I need to be. But that 16 pound feels good, okay? Look at my face. Like, I don't like how it's getting longer. And there's a lot going on from here to here. So, and it's only gonna get longer. So, I'm gonna talk about like how I've been able to lose the 16 pounds with minimum gym visits. I'm not even gonna count the gym because it wasn't consistent. I've been to the gym here and there, but in the past couple months, but it wasn't consistent. But I really wanted to get the weight loss, the surgery stuff out the way first. And I'm also trying to be time sensitive. So everybody knows by now, right, that I tried to do the surgery back in 2018 or 17. And then my surgeon passed away. I think we talked about that in one of the videos. And passing away isn't the reason why I didn't do it, but eventually, yeah, it was like, oh, so he's not even here anymore. But it was a lot of other stuff that went into play, like work and just fears and all the other stuff. So I went to go meet the surgeon that took over his office sometime this year, and I didn't like him because he was throwing weight loss pills at me, and I didn't like that. So my friend has been talking about a doctor that she did it with for the longest, but I didn't have the insurance that she accepted. And then I recently switched over and found out that she takes my new one. So I met her and I loved her. But then she's like, yeah, I could do it for you, but my last day here is January 14th. And I'm like, it's always something. So I kind of felt like, like I had to pedal to the metal, hit the pavement and try to complete the checklist. So on these checklists is things like cardiology, sleep study, psychology, nutritionist, 6 months of consecutive weigh-ins with your PCP. It's a lot of stuff that they want you to do. They say it's the insurance that want these things because the insurance won't approve it if you don't get the stuff on the checklist completed. So for me, a lot of the things on the checklist was already completed because I had already started this process in 2018 with the previous surgeon. So it wasn't that I was starting from like square one. And this doctor, most doctors want you to lose a certain amount of weight before they operate on you. But this doctor was like, she'll do it like this because I had already lost like 40 pounds from 2017 when I first started the whole process. So a lot of things, it seems like a lot of things were in my favor because I had already taken these steps already. But it was just like, okay, so I know that I'm gonna have to rush, and then it doesn't make it easier that my copay is $50. So in 1 week I have 3 appointments. It's $150. So girl, that I don't have during the holiday season. So girl, that right there was already like too much for me. And then you know, like my insurance, I would get off, first of all, everything they do, any doctor I go to, I get a letter from the insurance saying, hey, we see that you went here. And it's like, great, thank you for telling me. Stop sending me fucking paper. Yo, y'all waste a lot of freaking paper, United. Like, I don't need to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, email me. So every day I'm coming home, I have to read these letters. So a lot of the things, they're still dragging their feet on. They're not approving certain things. It's just a lot. It's so much. And then you're just watching the days go by and you're like, okay, this doctor is leaving January 14th. It is what is it? December 15th. So in less than a month, this doctor will no longer be in Brooklyn. And you're going to hold me back now? So it's just like I'm super overwhelmed because I feel like I'm fighting against time, and I don't think I'm built for that. I don't think that's a battle that I could win. So I'm done with the sleep study. I got the clearance for that. Cardiology part 1 of 2 is done, but because my insurance was being dumb, they cut part 2 in 2 parts. So now it's like 3 parts. It's just so dumb. It's so silly. I just hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So now I'm waiting on, approvals from certain things. And, you're trying to do all this. I have a full-time job. I don't have the time to get everything done in 1 week, in 2 weeks. I'm literally making appointments. And then, some of the appointments you make, they're giving you, oh, come see me December 26th. And it's just like, then after you complete all of the things on the checklist, they now have to submit all of that to your insurance, who have been dragging their feet thus far, for the final clearance, which the doctors tell me can take up to 3 weeks. So I had to come to terms with myself, and I said, self, it don't look like this is happening with this surgeon this month or next. So my plan, so that I'm not drowning myself in stress, is to at least have the checklist completed before December is over. And then at least when I do meet another surgeon next month, if that's what ends up happening, I know that I already finished with everything. I'm just going to meet you, see if I like you, and then just cut me open and do what you got to do. Or throw the spots on, because it's really just 5 little holes. They're not really cutting you. Well, technically, they're cutting you open in 5 spots. But little spots. But let's talk about that. What is the surgery that I am doing? It is the gastric sleeve. I recently went to the seminar that happens only once a month. And I wanted to share some of the things that I learned about this surgery, especially this one in particular, because when it comes to weight loss surgery, there's so many different types of weight loss surgery. But the one that I'm doing in particular, I want to share with you guys. So
Sleeve gastrectomy is a restrictive procedure which limits the amount of food you can eat by reducing the size of your stomach. To gain access to the abdominal cavity, small incisions are created on the abdomen. Trocars, which serve as passageways for the surgical instruments, are placed into the incisions. Surgical instruments are passed through the trocars to access the abdominal cavity. The surgeon examines the abdomen using a laparoscope or video camera. The average human stomach can expand to hold around 1 to 1.5 liters of food. While in the stomach, food is combined with digested enzymes to help break down the food into a more simple form, so that it can be more easily digested and absorbed once in the small bowel. During a sleeve gastrectomy, a thin vertical sleeve is created by using a stapling device. This sleeve will typically hold between 50 to 150 milliliters, or is about the size of a banana. The excised portion of the stomach is removed. The newly created gastric sleeve is able to hold approximately 1/10 of what the stomach was able to hold before. This smaller stomach sleeve restricts the amount of food you can eat before feeling full. The bile and pancreatic fluids from the liver and pancreas mix with the food and allow it to be completely digested and absorbed in the bowel.
That was the second time I took a seminar. I didn't take this one. I like this one because they were more detailed than the one I took with the first surgeon. But I wanted to share. I know that you guys see all of these different VSG videos and stuff. But, you know, for those of you guys who wasn't sure on what the gastric sleeve was, that is exactly what it is. So, I'm just trying. I'm trying with every bone in my body to complete this checklist and to get this done. I still have fears. You know, the fear of the unknown. Like, it's still, you know, my mom, she's like, I don't want you to do it. And you get nervous. I'm used to seeing this. I love this. You know what I'm saying? I love this, but I know that this isn't where I want to be because I want to, you know, and I'm not unhealthy. I don't have any health issues, but let's be honest. If you don't take care of yourself, eventually it comes. The health issues can come. So, because it's something that I hate, especially with this whole Lizzo conversation going on right now. You know, people coming for Lizzo for her wearing an inappropriate outfit. Yes, I think the outfit was inappropriate for the basketball game. But then I see people talking about, oh, she's promoting unhealthiness. And it's just like, I hate that misconception of like when you see a plus man or woman, you automatically assume that they're unhealthy. And it's not the case. Like, a lot of the big people that I know don't have any health issues. And I know a lot of skinny people that do. I know a lot of skinny people with high blood pressure, diabetes, and all that stuff. All the things that y'all think we have. And yes, I guess, you know, and especially in the hospitals, they, you know, they always talk about obesity is, you know, like the common factor when it comes to these things. But it's not just obesity, because I'm obese and I don't have any health issues with God's grace. And I'm not saying that it can't happen. So me wanting to lose weight is me trying to take my future into my own hands and prevent these things from happening before it happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that I'm 30 now and I'm getting older and my youth was saving me for a very long time, but my youth is leaving me and I'm getting old. But I don't want you guys to think that I'm saying that being a plus size person is unhealthy. Some people are comfortable where they are and have no intentions on getting smaller, and right on. Shoot, like, if that's what you want to do, go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's different because for me, high blood pressure, diabetes, all of that stuff run in my family. And I know that if I don't take care of this now, eventually these things will come. And I really want to have a baby more than anything. You guys know that. And that's really the number one reason why I decided that I don't want to wait to do it naturally anymore. And that's another thing. You see, you got to be real careful, because doing the surgery is not unnatural. It's another way to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people can lose it on their own, and then people can lose it with the surgery. So let me take that back. I'm not saying that doing the surgery is an unnatural way of losing weight. It just rolled off my tongue, and I don't know why. I don't like that. It's natural. It's a way. Everybody have different ways. People, juice. People just eat in moderation. People work out and eat whatever they want. People don't eat and just work out. People have surgery. People drink Synflas. There's different ways that you can do it. So it doesn't mean that one way is better than the other. Everybody's different, to each his own. Pretty much what it boils down to is I got a lot going on. It's really heavy on the pockets with the co-pays. And then time, like work is happening, life is happening, and it's just like you don't have the time to just go to the doctors 3-4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? And then it's the holiday season and she's leaving. And it's just like, I can't do it. It's too much. So like I said, decided that I'm not going to stress over it anymore. I'm going to continue doing what I was doing as far as completing the checklist and losing the weight on my own. And then whenever I'm able to do it, I will do it and I will share. Now, how am I losing this weight, you may ask? We can get into that. So I have done many different things to try to lose weight. Except for Slim Fast. Have I done Slim Fast? I don't think so. I think I was too young when Slim Fast was a thing. But I do intermediate fasting. And pretty much what that is when you and don't quote me, but for me, how I understand it is you there's a certain point of the day where you don't eat. So for me, I eat between the hours of 9 and 5. So I don't eat before 9 and I don't eat after 5. The first meal is a smoothie. It's a protein shake. And I'm gonna, in a minute, I'm gonna show you guys how I make these different smoothies and stuff. But it's a protein shake in the morning. And a yogurt, an Activia yogurt. It is a green smoothie for lunch with no snack. And then for dinner, it's kale or green beans or cabbage or cauliflower with chicken or turkey. And an Activia yogurt and a Special K bar. Done and done. There are times where I'm a little hungrier than other days and I might want to have some Smart popcorn or some Skinny Pop. It's always popcorn. Popcorners, some sort of popcorn. I'm going to have it because it's the healthier chip. And I'm not saying that I should be eating chips. Like that usually happens like twice a week. I don't do it every day. I don't want to do it every day. But I'm human. I'm going to crave. And sometimes I just go ahead and do it. On Saturdays, things is a little different though, because Saturdays is a day that I'm allowed to indulge. So in the morning, I'll have a bowl of Special K with almond milk, and I will do whatever takeout we do in my house. So whether it's Haitian food, Jamaican food, pizza, there's even been Chinese recently. I want to cut the Chinese out because I haven't had fast food in 4 years, but the Chinese sometimes I'll do because it's easy and convenient, but I don't like it. I don't like how I feel after I eat it. I hate that. That's the one exception because I don't do McDonald's and Burger King and all the other shit, but I still do Chinese. So it's horrible. So my goal for 2020 is to completely cut Chinese out, period poop. Even though it's not something I have often, but I just don't want to have it at all. Because like I said, it's been 4 years since I've had fast food. So that is technically fast food. Pizza too. But when I do pizza, I do a thin crust from Domino's. And I don't feel bad when I eat it because it's like eating really delicious chips because it's so thin. So I'm not saying I'm going to cut that out because I don't think I am. Even though I had a horrible experience with Domino's recently. But let's not get me started on that. But we're going to work on the Chinese for 2020 at least. And then we'll see what happens in 2021. God spare me life, of course. Even though there have been times where I've been able to make it to the gym has not really been a consistent thing. So I don't even want to like count that. Because I'll be lying if I told you that the gym had anything to do with the 16 pounds that I lost. Because I don't know. Like, I just be tired. For me to go to the gym, I got to get up at 6. And because my fiance gets off work at 6. So he's going straight from work and I'm going before my day even starts. And it's just like, I don't get home until after 10. I want to sleep. So it's not every day I want to get up earlier than I need to hit the gym. So I can't even lie to y'all and tell y'all that that's my thing. Even though, like, I'm going back, I'm going to be consistent or whatever. But it hasn't been the case for these 16 pounds that I was able to lose. So these 16 pounds that I lost were solely based on this diet that I created for myself. This is not a diet that a nutritionist gave me. I actually have a diet that a nutritionist gave me, which consisted of bread and, you know, different starches and stuff. But I just felt like I didn't need it. I don't feel like I need bread in my diet during the week. I'm not saying I don't eat bread. I just don't eat bread. I don't eat starch during the week. And I prefer it that way. So I tried the nutritionist way and I didn't see any weight loss, nor do I feel like I've tried it for a very long time to really fairly judge it. So I don't know, maybe when I start to plateau, because I know eventually that's going to happen, I will probably give that another look. But for right now, I'm Gucci. So this was something that I created for myself. I tried to do this before, this intermediate fasting thing, and then I ended up in a hospital and I had to stop because I wasn't doing it right. So in order to do this, in order for you to be like, okay, I'm not going to eat anymore after 5, you really have to make sure that you are taking your vitamins, that you're staying hydrated, most importantly, because I ended up dehydrated. My blood pressure dropped so low. I was hooked up on all types of IVs, and the doctor was telling me, no, you cannot be doing that. And on top of that, at that time, I was consistent in the gym. So I'm going to the gym on an empty stomach. It was just a lot. And so, and it's hard because even now, like when I go to the gym, it's still on an empty stomach because it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not eating anything at that time. And then I'll have a protein shake when I return. But it's been okay. Nothing. I haven't been getting the headaches that I was getting land me in the hospital like last time. So I had to go back to the drawing board and figure out what I was doing wrong. And I realized, okay, let's try this again after I came up with another plan. I added the Activia to my yogurt. I added the Activia to my yogurt? No. I added the Activia yogurt to my diet. And it's been really helpful, I think. I think I see a difference with that. So I'm going to do it for a while. I'm going to, until the wheels fall off. Because you know what happens with every good diet, you start to plateau. So I'm just going to insert the video right now on how I'm able to make these smoothies, the things that I use. So let's just get into that. So I'm using Almond Breeze by Blue Diamond. This one is made with real bananas. I recently discovered this milk and so far I have been loving it. I fill up my blender bottle and I add it to the blender like so. Now I'm using the organic PB Fit peanut butter powder. I tried to show you guys a little bit of the nutrition facts. I'm taking 2 tablespoons of the peanut butter powder and adding it to the milk. And for a little bit of oomph, I add a little bit of ground nutmeg to it. And then I blend it. Now for lunch, I'm going to be using this fruit and veggie blend from Dole. I tried to show you guys a little bit of the nutrition facts. I really like the fact that they are individually bagged. So each serving is already bagged. And there's about 6 servings in that big bag that you can find from BJ's. I use about this much apple juice just for taste, but I'm going to dilute it with water. And then I'm going to pour it into the fruit and veggie blend. Now you just start your blender up and enjoy. But to add a little bit of oomph in it, you can also add chia seeds, hemp seeds, or fiber powder. So breakfast is an Activia with the peanut butter protein shake. Lunch is the green smoothie from Dole. Dinner is a chicken breast with kale, followed by an Activia and a special K-bar. I know that a lot of people out there prefer to use fresh greens and do things more natural. I am lazy, so I like the little individually bagged green smoothies. All I gotta do is just rip and pour. I like the PB Fit powder. All I gotta do is just scoop and pour. You know what I'm saying? I like things to be convenient because I make these things while I'm getting ready to head to my car and go over to work. So it's just like I don't have the time to be, you know what I'm saying, cutting up spinach and doing all that stuff. I like things to be convenient. Let's go. Let me just throw that in there, blend that, throw that in there, blend that, drink that fast. I don't like to waste time. So I know that there's a more natural way to make it. And I know that, you know, me doing it this way is more sugar than it could be if you did it natural, I guess. I don't know. I just know that there's a better way for everything. But it's just that I'm looking for something convenient because I don't have the time to just do. I don't like to like I can meal prep for the week and be okay with that, but I don't like the smoothies to be meal prep. I want to make that the day of. I don't want it to be sitting in the fridge for too long. So I prefer to do it every morning. So with that being said, I don't have the time to be doing it the more natural way. So that's the way that I'm sticking to. That's the way that's been helping me. It's been working. It's been efficient. So I'm going to stick to it for now. Look, thank you guys so much for watching today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and tell me what are some ways that you guys are losing weight. I've been really interested in knowing more about this keto stuff, but you know, like I heard a lot of bad things too. So somebody school me. Let me know what's going on with that, because I see that that's like the #1 diet right now. Everybody is part of this keto life except for me. So please drop in the comments how y'all been losing weight. Tell me some tips. If you have any questions, let me know. Don't forget to follow me on my social media handles, Bella Marie, right here. And thank you for watching.